My name is Sergiy, and I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine. So we came to America in the spring of 2000, and basically my father had been looking for jobs in different places because as an astrophysicist there wasn't much work for him in Ukraine, where, I mean, right now the country's in the crapper, so nobody's really looking at the stars. So my father found a job here at University of Kentucky. And he brought the family here in the spring. I was just like, oh, great, we're in America, like, I mean, it's like, it was so funny, before we were coming, we're like, because, you see American movies all over the world, we're like, oh, is this what high school is going to be like? Is that what life is like? And you come here and it's like completely different. I mean, like, that was the only thing, it's just like, oh, it's like, it's not like the movies. My status is permanent resident. And hopefully I'll be receiving my citizenship shortly, because I've had the green card for 5 years, and my family, that is both my mom, dad, and sister, are all U.S. citizens. So when we first came here, it was on a work visa arranged by the University of Kentucky, I think, or yeah, basically that's who arranged it, and that was the status for several years until I guess we were able to apply for citizenship because I mentioned to you, because my father was considered like scientist of like extraordinary ability or whatever the term is. So we were able to apply for permanent residence, and so we did. Everybody applied at the same time, and both of my parents and my sister received their green card, but for some reason I didn't get mine when they all did. So like, we're waiting for it to come and it's just not coming. So my dad's like, what's going on? He's calling senators and congressmen, and everyone's like, oh, we can't do anything about the bureaucracy. And like, the only thing they could tell me was that my name was like on some FBI name checklist, which of course made me very excited, but it didn't really speed things along. So eventually, a year after they got their green cards, I received mine, and this must have been in 05. So they got theirs in like 04. I got mine in 05. So then 5 years later, well, first they were able to apply for their citizenship. It's like you have it for 5 years and then you can apply, you do the whole interview thing and you get it. So they did that about a year ago, and now it's my turn. So I mean, I should be getting the letter in the mail like literally any day now to go get interviewed. So it's about time so I can actually apply for some jobs that I'm looking to apply for. I haven't really in the past few years, being in college. As a permanent resident, it's not like you pay out-of-state tuition like foreign students do. It's all in-state. In that sense, it's all the same. Now, the only holdup is that if I wanted to get a clearance, so like say if I wanted to intern at like CIA, right, I couldn't do that, even though there are undergraduate students that are interning there, simply because I can't get a clearance. So that was really the only holdup, but I mean, there wasn't like any issues with, say, leaving the country. I mean, I went to Ukraine, Canada, China. There's never really any problem. So I just always travel on the Ukrainian passport and, flash the green card. Everybody loves that. So, yeah. I mean, I guess the only things are the sort of government jobs that I mentioned. If I wanted to apply to work at any intelligence agencies or anything like that, I mean, I almost can't even talk to them without having a citizenship. The first thing they hear, it's like, I mean, I'll tell you, like, say today, there was like CIA at the career fair. I'll talk to them for like 5-10 minutes. They're like, man, you're great. Like, why haven't you applied? This process takes so long. I'm like, oh, I'm not a U.S. citizen. What? I'm like, that's right. So, it's just that sort of thing. I will always be Ukrainian, first and foremost, because that's just how I was raised. I love my country, and if things were better, I would go back. And a lot of times, I think that maybe down the line, once I gain more experience in business or government, I may actually go back there and see if I can get into Ukrainian politics. But so I'll always be Ukrainian. Now that said, I do love America because it's given me and my family so many things that we could never have. In Kiev, I mean, we were living in an apartment that was like a fourth of this room. Like that's like the square meterage we had. Like there's almost no room. Like, I mean, to think of like having a car or something, like that's impossible. And like now we live in a huge house, like everybody has a car. Like, how does that happen? Like, that's amazing, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the American dream is alive and well. That said, I mean, it's going through challenges now, but it's still kicking, and it's something that I will love America for. And in that sense, I feel that if I had to say serve America, I mean, I would willingly do so because it has given us a lot. So it's not like I'm just coming here like leeching off and leaving, you know, like I do belong here as much as I belong there.